Hello everyone, let's set up new MacBook Pro for PHP developer in 2022. We will install Homebrew, Item 2, Gshell, Valet Blood and Demo. First, we will need to clean the dock. You won't need the app because you will get an app launcher later. Next, we will install Homebrew. Homebrew is a package management just like apt from Linux. This part can take a little longer, maybe 10 minutes or more, depending on your internet connection, because we need to download the command line tool for Xcode and it's quite heavy. After the installation done, you will need to run the command line equal info there, so the Homebrew can get into work. After that, we can do some tests to make sure the brew is working right now. And one way to do that is run brew doctor. Yes, like that. Next, we will install Item 2. It's one of the best replacement for terminal, and it's got many features like split the panel, tab, highlight the search keyword, and other features. We could do a little demo with Item 2 after we finish with installation. We could also change the color of Item 2 to match the look and feel that we feel comfortable to work with, because we will look at the command line every day. You could also change the background transparency or the blur to make it look nicer on the desktop, like this. You could also change the font to your favorite font, but please use monophone. Next, we will install Gshell. Gshell is a Unix shell that built on top of Bash, and it's got many features. The best thing about Gshell is it will auto-completion your command line. It's also autocorrect, and it also got a lot of plugins and themes to support on top of that. Now come to what makes Gshell a choice of the shell on Mac. With the help of Oh My Zsh, this is an open source, community-driven framework for managing your Zsh configuration, so you can install any plugin and theme that support by it. There are some default plugins, so you just need to go to the Zsh.rc file, go to plugin line, and then just turn it on. After you are done with the file, you need to run should gshRC to get it in effect. Two plugins that I recommend is to install the GHS syntax highlighting and the GHS auto suggestion. So with these two, auto suggestion and autocorrect will work smoothly. Now it's time to make the terminal more luxury with the help of power lever 10K. The team will get you extra information on the command line, so you will know what kind of Node.js you are running on or what kind of PHP Python version you are running. So it's kinda cool. Now is the installation part, so we will need to install some font to have it display the Unicode icon on the command line. Now is the part that you are setting up the command line look and feel, and I will run fast this one. Please choose the style that suits your design. Now take a look at the final result. To make the ls command line not so boring, I will install SR so it will have the ls command line look more colorful and more powerful. Here I'm searching for the best SR alias so I can use faster. Then I will add this on the GSH configuration here. Now you got a better ls command line. Now come to Valet Plus, one of the most important and powerful tools to help PHP developer on everyday tasks. For the first time installation, please use Valet PHP 7.4 because it's now the default support by Valet Plus. Please run the command line as the suggestion after you finish with the installation. Now you can install Composer. After this, with the Composer installed Valet Plus, it will fail, but don't worry, the fixing body after this. Now install Valet PHP 8.0. This part requires slow, so I already for it faster to save your time. Now we add the part for the Valet PHP 8.0. And this support the path for Valet PHP 7.4. We will link the PHP 8 and after that we install the composer again. Now let's try to install Valet. In the end of this, we will see errors with ACPU. And this is how I resolve it. You can see it on the screen. You will need to run the ln command line, and the bug is described as the GitHub link below, the pull 573. After you run the command line to fix it, and then run Valet install again, then everything will work in fine. Congratulations! This part I will change Valet to use the PHP 8.0. Now we do some testing to see if the Valet is really working. We will create a local domain, then after that we'll try to ping it to see if the DNS mask if it's working. we try to edit the index.php file here to output some PHP info. Now trying to see it on the browser, and it is working now. Now come to the final part, which is all the apps that I recommendation to install on the first time. Amphetamine apps like Caffeine for Linux, and it will keep your Mac awake during the time of the session. It's got all the features like enhancer. Please read the documentation for more detail. Fresh for Mac is one of the most famous app launcher for Mac, and it is famous for their flow, so it's working with all the apps very fluently. Now I introduce you Raycast, an app launcher. It will help your developer life more productive. You can install extra extension to make the Raycast more powerful. The last on the list that I recommend you to install that is the Visual Studio Code. It's the code editor that I recommend for all kind of occasions. To end the setup for today, I will show some demo for the item 2 feature. So you can see from here on the right, I will try to go to some folder from here. I will list the SR with LL. After that, when I try to navigate to a folder, I just press tab and it will show all the auto completion, and I can easily go back with dot dots or dot 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 for one folder up or two folder up. I can split vertical by press Command D, and if I want to split down, I can press Command Shift D. And if I want a new tab, I just press Command T. And that's it. That's the end of my setup, and hope you guys like it. See you guys in the next video.